2020 Kawasaki Z H2 Test, supercharged and hyper-naked. 83 miles outside the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas sits Groom Lake, part of the Nevada Test and Training Range. You also might know this place by another name, Area 51. It's a place mired in conspiracy theories, but what is known is that top-secret testing and research is done there. After spending time with 2020 Kawasaki Z H2, if Kawasaki staff casually announced that the Z H2 is a result of a collaboration with little green men with large eyes and tested on a non-disclosed dry lake bed somewhere near Las Vegas, a part of me would be inclined to believe it. At least, the X-Files fan in me would. This is a machine that can only be described as otherworldly. From its immense power to the Sugoi styling, it is a unique entity. The hyper-naked sport bike scene has been boiling over year after year with a Cold War-era arms race in terms of horsepower, and while there are offerings that produce more at the dyno, no other manufacturer had the gumption to slap a supercharger on a naked bike. Yet, the new Z H2 is the crown jewel of the Z family lineup, which now offers something for everyone that wants to hit the streets in a sporty fashion. With a few notable changes, the Z H2 pilfers its 998 cubic centimeters supercharged power plant from the Ninja H2SX line, accompanied by upright ergonomics, an all-new chassis, and updated electronics. I spent 2 full days with the Kawasaki Z H2 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, testing the Z H2's agility on the road course and quickly moving to the banked oval circuit to truly ring it out. I also took to the streets to see how it gets on in the real world. The only hiccup was the bone-chilling 40-degree weather, which kept lean angles minimal on track. Of course, I didn't let that stop me when it came time for the oval track. Sitting at the center of the Z H2 is the confoundingly smooth 998 cubic centimeters supercharged inline-4 engine, producing a claimed 197 horsepower at 10,500 rpm and 101 ft-lbs of torque at 9,500 rpm. Those monstrous figures are anything but intimidating, as it's all delivered in one of the most approachable, tractable, power plants I've experienced to date. It's no secret that the Z H2's engine is nearly identical to what powers the H2SX lineup. However, engineers did make some notable changes to encourage more significant low-end and mid-range power output. An all-new exhaust system with longer header pipes paves the way for more puff where street riders need it most, and as you guessed, it features a model-specific fuel map. The last meaningful change is shorter final drive gearing. Kawasaki has managed to make a supercharged fire breather of engine happily trot along at low RPM, something that I wouldn't generally associate with such levels of performance. A light clutch pull, thanks to the assist and slip clutch, aids in that mission, making the Z H2 pleasant in the streets. Respectable low-end and dependable mid-range power will see riders darting around the city with ease, never even sampling the tremendous top-end power when on public roads. But we didn't plant ourselves at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for sedate road riding, no sir. The Z H2 is designed to hit ludicrous speeds with zero hesitation, and that's precisely what it does. At the first whack of the throttle, man and machine are teleported into triple digits instantaneously. It all becomes a blur the first time you feel the massive rush of acceleration. With power that would leave most radar technicians scratching their heads, this engine needs to be felt in person to be believed, due to massive top-end power that never lets up. On the oval circuit of Las Vegas Motor Speedway, I managed to hold the Kawasaki Z H2 wide open as long as I dared, achieving 168 miles per hour, according to GPS. What is most surprising is how effortlessly it propels itself forward. Even at breakneck speeds, it feels as if it's barely breaking a sweat. Comically, at about 115 miles per hour and with a constant throttle position, the Z H2 displays Eco on the dashboard, a notification letting riders know that they are achieving peak fuel consumption efficiency. A smooth 6-speed gearbox is supplemented with an up/down quickshifter and, although unchanged from the H2SX SE+, the quickshifter feels slightly tighter and less abrupt, specifically at lower RPM. Whether this is due to the more upright riding position, fueling, or altered final drive gearing, I can't say. Kawasaki also advises riders to not use the quick shifter below 2500 rpm. On a motorcycle where every clear stretch of road becomes a quarter-mile drag race, that isn't a hard rule to follow.